It's time for game 29 with the Hoptown Hoppers. They enter today's contest with a 20-8 record, taking on the home full count rhythm here in Hendersonville, Tennessee, who sit with a record 15-13. Hello, everyone. This is Colin Crothers bringing you today's action here live on the Hoptown Hoppers TV network. Bringing you today's game from Drakes Creek Park right outside of Nashville. Hoppers are coming off a doubleheader yesterday where they ended up doing the splits in a doubleheader, winning the first one and losing the second, so they look to hit the ground running in today's bit of action as they sit half a game behind the Henderson Flash after yesterday's second game loss. Obviously, full count rhythm, just mentioned. 15-13, they sit in third place currently in the OVL and 5.5 games back of the Henderson Flash and first 5 total games back of the Hoptown Hoppers, who sit again in second place. We're about set and ready now for first pitch. Brennan Gibson will lead things off for us. As the starting pitcher for the full count rhythm, they'll send Zane Brown out there to wheel and deal. Zane Brown is now just making, I want to say, his third appearance and second start this summer for the Rhythm. They sport their baby blues as the Hoppers all Reds. It's first pitch, right side, and that'll tail foul for first pitch strike to get us started in today's bit of action.
That's a AAA auto class foul ball. If you get a foul ball tonight, return it.
And Gibson did play yesterday in the opening game of the doubleheader, went 0 for 2, also reached on 2 walks, came in the second game, the pitch hit, and reached on a hit-by pitch. Next one, fastball, knee high, and that puts him behind no balls, 2 strikes here quickly. Weighing in as the righty goes for the windup and will deal towards the plate, and Gibson goes after one that bends out of the zone for a strikeout swinging. So early one away, we go to the 2 spot here. Dom Hartman back up, who had a terrific game yesterday, went 3 for 4 with a doubleheader, as well as another RBI and a single to bring home Ryan McCartan, who actually stands in the 6th spot today. We'll give you the starting 9 here soon, as Hoppers have won 7 of their last 10 now after splitting yesterday, and full counts won 6 of their last 10. That one is a fastball off the corner for ball 1 to get us started in the at-bat with the 2 spot. Full count had a pretty impressive one yesterday. Won 15-5 over the Madisonville Miners. As the next pitch comes in, fastball up the third base line and gets off the glove of the third baseman. Hartman rounding first, is going to be headed towards second, won't slow down, is going all the way in and slides with a 1-out double, our first base hit of the game. Dom Hartman getting started again really quickly. He now stretches his on-base streak to 12 consecutive games, almost 2 full weeks that he has gotten on in a game at least once. Brennan Mueller, who also had one of the 2 home runs yesterday, one in the first game from Dom Hartman, one in the second game was Brennan Mueller that cut the deficit down to 6-4 at the time. He now comes up in the left-handed box. And again, he does really good against right-handed hitters as the first pitch. It's a fastball that misses low and away for ball 1. That home run was his 5th of the summer, which gives him the team lead for the Hoptown Hoppers. He's batting .328 so far in the year and .345 with runners in scoring position. He's got one standing on second as the next pitch misses downstairs, and he's ahead 2 balls, no strikes. Look at the weather out here today. It's gorgeous. Right now it's saying about 84 degrees, 73% humidity, though there is a bit of a breeze coming through, which is helping things out. Quite contrary from what we were seeing a couple days ago, that this might be flooded with rain. Doesn't look like any coming whatsoever. Next pitch misses bottom the well again, and Mueller's got a 3-0 start in the count. On deck after Mueller in the 4th spot is Evan Jacob, who will be the DH in this one today for the Hoppers. And after this next pitch, we'll give you the rest of the starting 9 for your Hoptown squad. Zane Brown from the stretch. He'll set on the right side of the rubber. Deal after the slide step. It's right down the middle for strike 1. In the 5 spot today in the order for the Hoppers, they've got the third baseman, Evan Leonard. Batting 6th is the catcher, Ryan McCartan. Batting 7th is the right fielder, Gabe Eddington. The left fielder, Easton Beatty, will bat 8th. And the round things out would be Cade Wall, the shortstop, in the order. Next pitch, and Mueller goes hacking, ground ball right side, gets under the glove of second baseman in right field. Dom Hartman gets the wave sign, it comes around, and the ball is slowly picked up. The Hoppers strike early with the first run of the game. Perfect 1-0 early start as Mueller's got now RBI number 18 on the summer.
14, Evan Jacob.
Evan Jacob comes up in the cleanup spot. Again, the DH in this one went 2 for 4 in yesterday's game. I should say one of the games. Played in the second. Long pause before Brain decides to pitch to him, and that one right back up the middle, and the shortstop got off his glove, won't be able to pick it up cleanly, so Jacob will reach first, and that should go down as an infield single, as that was a tough play. 3 consecutive base hits for the Hoppers get us rolling in this one. Evan Leonard comes up, and with that hit for Jacob, though, should mention he's now at a 5-game hit streak. If you get another hit in this one, it'd be 5 consecutive games with multiple hits in that specific outing. So again, Leonard, the third baseman, he went 0 for 4 on yesterday's doubleheader. Went 2 for 3 last time, though. We took on the rhythm. Last full game, obviously, we were supposed to play them this past weekend back at Tiger Field. That got rained out after we got started. His first pitch, curveball, misses downstairs. So since that one was rained out, didn't really count that much. He did well last time we took them on a full game, which was here, and the Hoppers lost 7-6. 1-0 delivery, and Leonard goes after it, fouls it backwards, and is even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Evan Leonard so far this summer is batting .333 and .364 with runners in scoring position. Has brought in 8 RBIs, of course, just a short stint this summer with the Hoptown Hoppers as he joined late June. There's a pause from Zane Brown. The right-handed dealer comes to the plate, and Leonard puts it right back up the middle, gets off the glove of the pitcher. He'll throw the second baseman that is, to get Leonard out, but he'll move the other 2 runners into scoring position. So now 2 outs in the inning, and runners on second and third. Ryan McCartan comes up in the 6th spot. Technically, will go down as a 1-4-3 ground out, because it did get off the glove of the pitcher, so it still counts when you throw that in the book. McCartan went 1 for 4 yesterday, but it was a massive hit for him. It was a bases clearing 3 RBI double in that first contest yesterday. Also went and ended up pinch hitting last time we played the rhythm, and was able to draw out a walk. He went around on the first one, so he's behind no balls and 1 strike against Zane Brown. Look at some of the numbers for Brown so far this summer. He mentioned 2 appearances, 1 start, 6 total innings pitched. He carries a 1.50 ERA, and McCartan waves by the next one on the outside half. He's behind no balls, 2 strikes. That 1.50 ERA comes in, giving up just 1 run. It was earned on 5 hits and 10 strikeouts, and McCartan waves by another one, and that'll do it as he's sat down to end the top of the first. Hoppers scratch across the run and take an early lead as we go to the bottom half of the inning. We'll give you the Hoppers starting pitcher in just a moment. We return to the bottom of the first inning here on the Hoptown Hoppers TV network, where Hoppers scored 1 run off 3 hits already in this game. Let's take a look at the defensive alignments for the Hoppers in this one. Easton Beatty will be playing left field, Brennan Gibson out center, Gabe Eddington, the right fielder, and the infield today will be Evan Leonard at the hot corner. The captain in the infield is Cade Wall. Dom Hartman actually going over the place, second base with Mueller over at first, and the backstop is Ryan McCartan. He'll be catching today's starting pitcher for the Hoptown Hoppers. An arm you haven't seen yet at the 6'1", 200-pound lefty, Joe King, out of Arkansas Pine Bluff. He just threw 15 appearances this past year, giving himself 29 and a third innings of work. Carried an 11.05 ERA, giving up 43 runs, only 36 of them earned on 37 hits, 39 walks, and 40 strikeouts this past spring. So as King makes his first appearance, he'll go 1-2-3 to face Kaysen Hill, Gabe Jenkins, and Hudson Separullo as a minimum here in the bottom of the first. That's 1-2-3 with Bryson Hamilton, the third baseman, batting in the cleanup spot. So we see the lefty now on the mound. He'll set and work from the stretch. First pitch we see from him is a fastball that's lifted right side and out of play for strike one. King is a Nashville, Tennessee native, played at Ezel Harding High School as well as Ravenwood High School. As he readies again to deliver the Kaysen Hill, the second baseman in this one. Next pitch to him is a ground ball right side. Dom Hartman playing second will scoop it up and throw the first in time for out one. We now go to the 2 spot with Gabe Jenkins, the right fielder who went 3 for 5 last time we faced him. And has been good in general when we played this team. Not only is he good against us, he's been good against a majority of the league so far this year. Gabe Jenkins batting .347, which leads his team with a batting average. He just finished up his freshman year with the VMI, Virginia Military Institute, if you're unfamiliar. From Mechanicsville, Virginia, stands 6'2" in the right-handed box. Joe King's first pitch to the right-handed hitter. It's a fastball that dots the outside corner for strike one. We've mentioned this a few times on other broadcasts, but Jenkins, four-sport athlete back in high school, baseball, track, football, and basketball and track. He holds the third fastest indoor 55-meter dash time in Virginia, as that one's outside for ball one. That time was a 6.72 second 55-meter dash. So he gets on. He's got some blazing speed. He's recorded 8 stolen bases this summer. Been caught stealing 3 times. Joe King again delivers. This one a excuse me swing will be fouled off right side, and now the count 1-2 strikes to Jenkins. Mention for Joe King at Arkansas Pine Bluff. That was his redshirt freshman year that we gave you the stats for earlier. As the left-handed dealer set again from the left side of the rubber, comes back to the plate and misses on the plate for ball 2 as the count evens. Reset again here for pitch number 7 of the inning from King. He'll accept the sign from McCartan. Readies and deals. This one hit high right side, and that'll be floating plenty out of play, so we'll do the 2-2 pitch all over again. King didn't start his career at Arkansas Pine Bluff. He actually began with Walter State Community College, which, again, is one of the best JUCO squads. They typically are in contention to win the national title. And from there, he went to Rowan State Community College before landing at Arkansas Pine Bluff. The next pitch is down in the dirt, and the count runs full. I guess in this sense, it's a turf field. As if you haven't joined us at any of our contests here at Drakes Creek Park, it's a infield that is turf. The outfield is still grass, though. 3-2 strikes. Joe King, the leg kick. He'll deal to the plate, and this one's hit high and backwards for another foul ball. So Jenkins will stay alive. Oh, he doesn't land on another field around us. Again, a facility Drakes Creek Park is with 3 other fields, 4 fields in total. Looks to be a couple of softball games going on, potentially a little softball tournament being played on 2 of the other fields behind us. Joe King again was set. He'll deal to the plate, and this one just misses the outside corner with a fastball for a walk. So there's one man on with Hudson Separullo coming up to bat. Separullo went 2 for 5 when we last saw them here at Drakes Creek Park, also home of not only Full Count, but Hendersonville High School baseball, home of the Commandos, I guess. It's an interesting name. Either way, runner on first, 1 out as the left-handed pitcher looks over towards first before coming to the plate with the pitch and fools Separullo on a curveball for strike 1. Swung over top of it. Separullo got the best of us in that first contest we saw back in Game 5 this season. Pretty much, I think it was June 2nd of the year. It was the 0-1. He'll get him going after one downstairs again. He's behind 0-2. Ciparulo took one for a ride to about almost dead center, right center field for a home run. Outside of that, the Hoppers have gotten the best of him in return. Joe King again, leg kick will fire, and this one skips in the turf. Ryan McCartan with the block, and the count now 1-2 strikes. Ciparulo on the season, batting .300 with a .403 batting average, has recorded a team-high 4 home runs. Now plays for Motlow State Community College. The 1-2 comes in from Joe King, and he'll blow a fastball by him for a strikeout swinging. Quickly 2 away, we go to the cleanup spot with Bryson Hamilton, the third baseman for the full count rhythm. Hamilton so far this summer is batting .323 and leads the team with 7 doubles. Also a product of VMI, Virginia Military Institute. And a native of Norfolk, Virginia, he stands 6'4", 220 pounds in the right-handed box as he sets the face to Joe King. So King will look down the barrel and now get set from the left side of the rubber. He'll leg kick and fire as the first pitch is another, excuse me, swing for strike 1. Thought about it, wanted to hold up, but couldn't hold up in time. So Hamilton will take a moment to reset. You've still got Gabe Jenkins standing on first. Again, a pretty speedy guy down there. Has recorded 8 stolen bases as the 0-1 comes in from King, and this one's popped up. And shallow right field, tracking it again, would be Gabe Eddington, and he's got it for the final out. Hoppers will return back to the plate with a 1-0 lead as we head to the second here in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Hoppers taking early advantage as they lead 1-0 head into the second inning. We look at how this series has gone throughout the year. Hoppers lead 3-2 overall. After they lost the first game here 10-2, and then it was 3 consecutive wins. 1 8-7 here after they made a 3-run comeback in the 9th inning to take that 8-7 lead and shut them down. The bottom half of that inning, that's where Evan Woodward got his first win of the year. They won 5-4 off a walk-off at home, and then another home victory in run rule fashion. Now Gabe Eddington will get us started. Zane Brown still the pitcher out there. First pitch we'll see from him is ground ball left side. Shortstop will pick it up across the body over the first, and it'll beat Eddington for a ground ball to get us started 1 out away. So now we go to the 8th spot in the order. Easton Beatty comes up. Beatty playing left field today, went 0 for 2 in the doubleheader, even though he got on with a hit-by pitch and a walk, and had a really good IQ play on the base paths where he came around third on a walk that went around all the way to the back, or not a walk, excuse me, but a pass ball all the way to the backstop. As first pitch you'll see is high and tight for ball 1. But it missed away, and he was actually standing on second at the time and ended up using his speed to come all the way around because it was a 3-2 count at the time. The 1-0 delivery, and Beatty goes hacking at one. This one a ground ball left side. Third baseman Ciparulo picks it up, and it's over the first in time for out number 2. Quickly, 2 are set down for the Hoppers as we already go to the 9th spot. It's Cade Wall who's kind of serving as that extra leadoff man here again in today's order. They've got a really impressive 1 through 9, as they usually do. It's kind of hard not to have an impressive 1 through 9 with this Hoppers roster overall. You got a whole kudos to Chris Benny and the roster that he's established this year. Cade Wall goes after the first one. This one going to the left center gap, but the left fielder, Charlie Bozeman, will catch up to it. So a very quick top of the second. We return to the bottom half with the Rhythm back at the dish. When we return after the break, it's Hoppers 1, Rhythm nothing. Bottom second as we return here at Drakes Creek Park in Hendersonville, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville. Hoppers have an early 1-0 lead after quickly going 3 up, 3 down at the top half of the second. They will now be seeing, in the order for the Rhythm, 5, 6, 7 due up to face their starting pitcher, Joe King, who's making his Hoppers debut in the 2026 summer season. Again, the Hoppers have had a really good year. We're just mentioning in the last half inning that they're leading the series 3-2. So on one hand, Hoppers are in second place. They're playing really, really well so far. But on the other hand, Full Count is a really talented roster. And as a broadcaster, it's my job to explore them and really enjoy all the talent they have. And, you know, it's fun to look at all the stats and all the players and all the schools that they go to. But again, when you look at them, sometimes it's just like pistachio ice cream. I like my chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream with the Hoptown Hoppers a lot more, and the talent that they've brought in this year. First pitch is a fastball that he'll blow by. Casey Youngblood, the DH in this one for strike 1. We have not seen Youngblood so far this year at the plate. As the left on right matchup, pitch to Youngblood is a off speed, and he's got him swinging by in and not connecting. No balls, 2 strikes quickly. Last inning for King on the mound, he was a leadoff ground out, a walk, a strikeout, and then a fly out to right field. So quickly 0-2 to Youngblood, who's batting .400, but it's only on 5 hits so far, or 5 at-bats. This is the next one, curveball, that's fouled out of play. That's 2 hits on 5 at-bats. I'm sure you can do the math at that point. 2 of them have been singles. He's recorded 3 RBIs, 2 hits, as well as a hit by pitch and a couple of strikeouts. 0-2 delivery again from King, and he's got Youngblood with another strikeout. He saws him off right there. So there's 1 out quickly. And you might be wondering, where has this guy been? I'd love to see Joe King pitch more. Well, he's had a really interesting start to his career right now. We'll talk about how his journey has looked as a college baseball player, which actually starts back in high school. But first, Charlie Bozeman up. First pitch to the right-handed dealer. He'll tip backwards for strike 1. So I mentioned that King plays at Arkansas Pine Bluff and transferred there after playing with Rowan State Community College, and before that was with Walter State Community College. But even before that, we go back to high school with Ravenwood High School, and before that, Ezell Harding, where he committed to Vanderbilt on November 22nd of 2019. Next pitch missed the zone, count evens 1-1. So he committed pretty much as a freshman to go play with Vanderbilt, which obviously is one of the more premier programs in the entire country at the D1 level, as the 1-1 is lifted up. High fly ball, and to the second base position is Dom Hartman, who's underneath it for the infield fly. There's 2 outs. So after committing there, he, of course, went on to change high schools, kept playing high school baseball, and it didn't come until almost 3 full years later, June 30th, 2022, he decommitted from Vanderbilt. There was a lot of stuff going on with the program and some changes with himself as well, and needed to find a new home, so he's been working himself around, trying to figure out what works for him. As Joe King's first pitch, next batter, off speed in the zone for strike 1. He battles Barrett Brown, the catcher, in this one. He's got a really good off speed and quite a few pitches that he's been mixing in, as the 0-1 fastball is in there for a called strike. It's 0-2. His fastball can run up to past 92 miles per hour, which, while this league is, again, very good, has a lot of pitching talent, there aren't too many guys that are running up somewhat lower to mid-90s with their fastball. You don't see that here too often. Joe King shakes off a couple of pitches, now accepts the 0-2 delivery, curveball, and that one, he'll ring him up and catch him window shopping for another K to end the inning. 2 strikeouts here in the second as he sits down, the rhythm in order. We head to the third, still up 1-0. We return to the top of the third inning. Hoppers 1, Rhythm nothing, as we go 1-2-3-2 up in the order for the Hoppers. Last inning they went 3 up, 3 down with a couple of ground outs and a fly out to left field. So Gribson will lead things off as the leadoff man in the order, facing still Zane Brown, and back out there is for his third inning of work for the Rhythm. Gibson got us started with a strikeout, so he stands 0 for 1 currently here at Drakes Creek Park, as we're underway with game 29 of the season for Hoptown. First pitch you'll see from the right-handed dealer. Brown comes in, and Gibson lifts this up high. Fly ball, shallow left field, and the left fielder, Charlie Bozeman, will call everyone off and collect it for out number 1. Hoppers have gone quickly now and been retired at now 6 consecutive batters after that one. All of them have been quick outs as well. Dom Hartman comes up in 2 spot. He had the 1-out double back in the first inning, came around and scored off an RBI from Brennan Mueller, who stands on deck currently for the Hoppers. Brown checks out the first sign, goes with a windup after accepting the second. He'll deal, and Hartman goes after the first pitch. It's lifted in foul territory. Catcher going after it. He's going to run out of room as it's out of play for strike 1. Thankfully, everyone is okay over there. It'll just be an 0-1 start for Hartman. Again, getting on last time for Dom means he now has a 3-game hit streak. He's back in the hit streak world and has reached base safely in 12 consecutive games for him. Now Brown working through the 0-1 as he will throw pitch number 24 of the game, and grabs him chasing on one of the outside corner. Cannot catch up to, and he's behind. No balls, 2 strikes. And one out, no one on. 1-0 lead for the Hoppers here on the top of the third inning. Mueller stands on deck as Brown works through again and deals to the plate. Hartman ground ball over to the shortstop. It'll be picked up and thrown over the first in time for out number 2. That's now 7 straight that have been retired by Brown on the mound. You'll see Brennan Mueller, another really strong bat for the Hoppers. Yeah, that RBI single to give us the 1 run in this game so far. So Mueller will dig into that left-handed box. As the pitch will come in, he'll leave it way outside, a looping curveball. Cannot break in for ball 1. He'll work through again and pitch the 1-0. Mueller will go after it, and it falls off the table before he can connect with it. It count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mueller went 1 for 4 with his home run in the doubleheader in game 2 yesterday. Went 1 for 5 last time we saw the rhythm as well. As next pitch misses and skips up in the turf for ball 2. He's ahead 2 balls, 1 strike against Zane Brown. Mueller, a native of Chapel Hill, Tennessee, where he attends Vol State Community College now. That's over in Gallatin, Tennessee. Just over an hour away from Hopkinsville. As the next pitch, he'll ground right side foul in front of the Hoptown dugout. Evens the count 2-2 with 2 outs here in the inning and no one on. Hoppers do have a lead, but nothing is safe against a really talented full count team again. The last time we were here, Hoppers led 5-0 after the second inning and end up dropping that one 7-6. And there's a swing and a miss for Mueller, and the Hoppers are retired in order for the second consecutive inning. 1, 2, 3, as we now go to the bottom half of the third. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up for the rhythm when we return from the break. Bottom of the third, Joe King still out there for the Hoptown Hoppers, as you'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up for the rhythm in the order as the Hoppers hold a 1-0 early lead. It'll be Jay Fuller to lead things off. The center fielder in the 8th spot with Landon Rogers standing on deck. We did not see Fuller in the last game that we played here. Did see him, though, last time we took the visit over to Hendersonville, Tennessee, where thankfully the bus didn't break down this time. It broke down last time on us. We did have a little bit of a different activity pre-game before we ended up even getting on the bus. As Joe King sets for this left-on-left matchup, first pitch we see from him misses down to the bottom of the well for ball 1. Before the game, actually, when the team got to the facility over at Hopkinsville High School, walked in and found a couple of cats, and they were some of the most adorable little kittens I've ever seen. I shouldn't say cats. They were baby kittens as the 1-0 comes in from Joe King, and it's right down the pipe for strike 1. Yeah, so those little kittens, one it's just a little bit tanner in color, the other one that's a black kitten, and they named one Bugs, that's the tanner one as Nigel, as the 1-1 ground ball right side. Hartman will scoop it up and deliver the first for the first out. Yeah, that's what got us going today, was a few little kittens that were explored, and they're kind of giving us the power with our little mascots of the day, if you will. Landon Rogers will come up now. By the way, the kittens are not here. They are back in Hoptown. All cared for, all is good. Don't worry, they are safe as could possibly be. The first pitch we see now, Landon Rogers misses near the shoelaces for ball one to get us rolling. Rogers, again, the shortstop. And this game's interesting. Both the Hoppers and the Rhythm have their shortstop batting in the 9 spot. We did see Rogers last time. He went 500 against us, 2 for 4 in that contest as the 1-0 comes in from King as a fastball. That's right at Dom Hartman. He's caught it on the line for the second out in the inning. So now we go back and flip to the top of the order with Case and Hill after, again, that first inning was 4 batters came up and only 1 reach on a walk. It's 3 up, 3 down last inning, and looking to make that happen here again with Case and Hill, who had the 4-3 ground out in his opening at bat in today's contest. King accepts the sign, now set from the stretch. He'll come back to the plate. It's a curveball that's in there on the corner for strike 1. Remember, King has a really impressive fastball. Runs up there 92, 93 miles per hour. Has a curveball that's been working greatly as he'll tip the next pitch, 0-2. We'll tell you a little bit about who might even be here to watch him, as there's a lot of family, not even just for him, but for a lot of the Hoppers in attendance. A lot more to be seen as the 0-2 comes in. It'll skip in the dirt, 1-2 the count. We'll give it to you after this at-bat because I wanted the story to be cut off. And there, Case and Hill with Gabe Jenkins on deck. So King will shake off a sign. Accepts the second, still working from the stretch with the 1-2 count. No one on, 2 outs. Comes back to the dish, and that one skips in the dirt. Count evens 2-2. Well, Joe King ended up graduating as the #1 ranked left-handed pitcher and #1 ranked player in the state of Tennessee by perfect game, as well as the number 13 ranked left-handed pitcher and 116th player in the entire country by perfect game. It's a line drive out to center and a right to Brennan Gibson as the Rhythm go 3 up, 3 down yet again. We head now to the 4th quickly. In this one, it's 1-0 Hoppers. Already played a third here. It's 7:41 local time. Just about 35 minutes into this game, we're flying through as the Hoppers lead 1-0 off 3 hits. All came in the first inning, and they've been sat down in 8 consecutive at-bats since that point. It'll be 4, 5, 6 due up as the Hoppers send the heart of the order up with Evan Jacob to lead things off to face Zane Brown, who's still out there for the Rhythm through 3 innings for him so far. It's 1 run off 3 hits and 3 strikeouts and no walks. He'll toe the right side of the rubber and work through the windup as we are underway here in the 4th inning. First pitch we see from the Evan Jacob. He'll go after. It's right side over the head of the left fielder. Gets off his glove. He'll be rounded first with a first pitch leadoff single. So Jacob now with that one is at another multi-hit game for him. Evan Jacob has extended his streak to 5 consecutive games with 2 or more hits in him. Did that one quickly there to put himself on first, and now Evan Leonard will come up after Evan Jacob. Leonard had a ground out last time. It was technically 4-3, even though it wasn't a double play. Got off the glove of the pitcher, Zane Brown, before the second baseman picked it up and got him out. He'll go after the first pitch as well. It's popped up backwards out of play for strike one to get us rolling.
And that's another AAA Auto Glass foul ball. Return foul balls to the Birch Pavilion for a full count souvenir.
And Leonard with Cleveland State Community College. Ready's up again in that right-handed box. Long pause for Brown from the stretch. Comes the next pitch and runs it off the corner for ball one. Missed glove side on it. Might try to go inside on him again, though. On pause again. The 1-1 delivery does go back door the slider and does get the called strike. We count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Evan Leonard. On deck behind him is Ryan McCartan, the catcher, who did strike out his last time up. There's a lob pickoff move over the first, so no tag applied. Just had to make sure the throw's there, so it's technically a competitive pickoff move. If you don't throw it, it does count against you as a non-competitive step off, and you're limited on those. Ready again with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch comes in to Evan Leonard's curveball that he will wave by for a strikeout swinging, and there's one away. Ryan McCartan, the catcher, who again struck out his last time up. He was one of now 4 in this game. All of them have been swinging, though. Brown's been leaving stuff over the zone for the most part. He's got that slider that dips away. That's been the only reason he's gotten a couple of Ks. Hasn't really blown a fastball by anyone. But he's pitching well, and the Hoppers have just struggled making solid contact off the barrel. First pitch is a fastball, about high, and there's strike 1. McCartan, so far this summer, is batting .258 coming into the game. Has gone 2 for 6 now, 2 for 7 against full count this summer. Trying to improve the summer stint here down in Hoptown before he returns to Michigan with Saginaw Valley State. He'll go after a fastball above the letters and cannot connect. He's behind, no balls. 2 strikes to the tall righty. Zane Brown will take a moment to reset on the backside of the bump before towing the rubber. Evan Jacob getting a lead off first. Nothing too crazy, about moderate down there. As on deck would stand Gabe Eddington. 0-2 delivery. McCartan will leave a slider that just runs off the plate. And now it's a 1-2 to him. Home Rhythm fans not very pleased with that not called strike there to be a ball. There's another pickoff move, and Jacob's caught leaning over towards second. He's caught in a pickle. Is trying to scamper back to first. Dies under a tag. He's underneath it, goes over the second, and now he's out. So almost had a juke. But instead, it is out number 2 with McCartan with 2 strikes on him. And you're 1 away from being sat down, 3 up, 3 down yet again. And Jacob didn't have that much of a lead down there. Really wasn't off the bag by much. Just caught him sleeping. So no one on, with 2 outs and a 1-2 count. Brown gets to work through the windup again as he goes through it and will deal the 1-2 pitch to McCartan. Misses above the eyes, and the count evens 2-2. Hoppers went 3 up, 3 down in the second and third innings, reminiscent of their first game of the doubleheader yesterday before they poured on 5 in the 5th inning. That's a slider that runs off the dish again, and it's a full count to the catcher now. McCartan trying to get back on and send one on the bases for Guy Bennington to try to spark a 2-out rally, a 3-2 pitch, and he'll stay alive after a fastball was in there. He pulled it foul. So we'll do the full count pitch all over with McCartan. And a guy who doesn't really necessarily change too much with his full count approach, from what you can tell from here, I should say. Just keeps everything calm, and you know, it seems like the 3-2 doesn't get to him and doesn't make him nervous is the big point. The 3-2, that's another slider that runs outside, and there's a walk. So McCartan's on first with 2 outs. Gabe Eddington in the 7th spot comes up. He had a 6-3 ground out on one of the first few pitches he saw in his opening at bat. That was back in the 2nd inning. Eddington now standing in the right-handed box. And transferring the play with Trevecca Nazarene as the first pitch. He'll go after. It's a line drive. Right side slowly goes in the right field and gets off the glove of the second baseman. He'll stand with a single as the ball is bobbled by the right fielder. And McCartan, notice he took out from second and now stands 90 feet away on third. High IQ base running from him after that would go down as a single for Eddington. And McCartan just advances on an error. Easton Beatty now comes up, and good for Eddington to get on there with a single. He's want to show out against the Rhythm, as the head coach for them is also an assistant at Trevecca Nazarene, where he's about to play this upcoming year. So the better he can show before even fall and spring, the more playing time he's likely to see on the field, though he should be getting quite a bit either way. Beatty up with an 0-1 start after a 5-3 ground out. He'll swing through the first one and miss 0-1 the count. And Beatty's batting the 8th spot. Cade Wall stands on deck, and if they can spark something here with 2 outs, they can bring the top of the order due up for the 3rd time today. The 0-1 delivery from Brown, and that one's right down the pipe for a called strike. Eddington took off from third with no contest, so that's a stolen base. But quickly, no ball, 2 strikes with a couple in scoring position now for Beatty. This summer with runners in scoring position, Beatty is batting .294, which is a little bit improved from his .216 average overall. No balls, 2 strikes. Brown comes back with 1, and Beatty's caught fishing for strike 3. He sat down on strikes, and that's the end of the top of the 4th. We head now to the bottom half of the inning. Hoppers still lead 1-0 over the full count Rhythm. We'll be back with more Hoppers baseball on Hoptown Hoppers TV Network. We've quickly made it to the bottom of the 4th inning here on the Hoptown Hoppers TV Network. Colin Critters bringing you today's action here on the Hoptown Hoppers TV Network here in Hendersonville, Tennessee at Drakes Creek Park. Hoppers lead 1-0 after scoring in the first, and it's been a shutdown defensive pitching battle between Joe King, the starter for the Hoppers, and Zane Brown, the starter for the Rhythm. Joe King's back out there for his 4th inning of work. Here and so far, it's no runs off, just a walk and 3 strikeouts in the order. He'll be battling. Now the second hitter, Gabe Jenkins, first pitch. He'll swing at its left side. Cade Wall with the backhand over the first, scooped by Mueller there to say it's too late. And he beat it out for the first hit in the game for the Rhythm. Nothing too much hurt there. Wall made a great play deep in the hole, and just couldn't get it over in time. Now we go to the Hudson Saparulo, the first baseman who's batting in the 3 spot to face Joe King. It's only the second time he's got a runner on behind him. Of course, the other one was a walk, and the other one was just now that single. Now the pitch from the left-handed dealer comes in. Saparulo lays down a bunt right at the third baseman. Leonard, who picks it up, throws the first. Saparulo's out there, but Jenkins moves in the scoring position on second base with 1 out. We are quickly moving through at-bats in this one as Bryson Hamilton, now the third baseman, comes up.
Number 36, Bryson
He flew out to right field to end the first inning and his only plate appearance so far in this one. We're a good crowd here today at Full Count Rhythms Drakes Creek Park, where they call home throughout this entire summer. Probably the best crowd we've seen actually all summer attending here, as again the regular season ends next week, and then it's postseason play here in the OVL. First pitch from Joe King. It's a swing and miss for strike one. So Hamilton's behind 0-1. It's not only just a good crowd of fans in attendance to watch the Rhythm and the Hoptown Hoppers. There's also some scouts in attendance to take in Joe King primarily. They knew that he would be pitching this one. He's brought in mostly the pitch in this specific game so that the scouts can watch him perform. As the 0-1 comes in and misses down to the bottom of the well, gets away from McCartan. Runner takes off. Throw goes in towards left field, but Cade Wall with the backup. The throw goes to Leonard to try to put on the tag as he went off third, slides back in quickly, so he remains safe there at third base. An advance on a pass ball. Again, as I was saying, plenty of scouts in attendance to watch Joe King in this one. And so far, he's proven that he is a very worthy prospect. Not only did he graduate as one of the top prospects from high school, but he also was listed as not only a very good prospect for colleges, as that one is a college strike 1-2 the count. He was also originally listed as a very high draft pick potential coming out of high school alone. And that's why he was getting offers from some of the best programs in the entire country, including Vanderbilt, and where he ended up actually going at his first year, Walter State Community College. 1-2 strikes. The pitch from Joe King comes in, and he blows a fastball by him and gasses it up for a strikeout swinging. Casey Youngblood comes up with now 2 outs in the inning, and that runner is still standing on third. And how would you feel if, you're told the scouts are coming, they're exclusively with you, they're exclusively looking to watch you in this game, but then they say, I maybe want to explore some other prospects in this one. There's a swing and a miss to get us started for strike 1, 0-1 the count. But yeah, I want to look at other prospects. How would you feel about that? Well, some people might not be too pleased. That's actually how things work a lot of times. They go to watch one player, and sometimes they end up finding a whole other guy that might be a huge improvement. So as the 0-1 comes in, it's at the knees outside for a ball one, count evens 1-1. A lot of guys are discovered this way. It's not very uncommon that, sure, they're there to watch one guy for the most part, but if someone else catches their eye, they'd be amiss to not write their name down. As the 1-1 from Joe King comes in from the stretch, and there's another swing and miss for strike 2. For example, if you're unfamiliar with a little bit of that process, I can give you the example of my cousin Zach Loke, who was recruited out of Mulder High School up in Cincinnati to play with the University of Kentucky. Originally, they went to watch his shortstop and one of his best friends growing up and through high school and college, Riley Mahan, who got recruited by Kentucky still. But Logue was pitching that game and had a terrific outing. There's another swing and a miss for a strikeout. And that does it with back-to-back Ks in the inning. Hoppers still lead 1-0 as we head now to the 5th in Drakes Creek Park. It's out the fifth inning. Cade Wall will lead things off for the Hoptown Hoppers. Facing Zane Brown still out there. He's thrown only 46, which is the same amount of pitches that Joe King has thrown. They've been neck and neck throughout this one. And today's pitcher's duel. First pitch misses outside with the ball to get us started. Wall's 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field. He'll have the top of the order with Brennan Gibson standing on deck after him. The 0-1 delivery is a curveball, and Wall releases the bat all the way into the netting for strike one. So he'll start the trek back to the dugout to ask for some sticks, some pine tar. It's the spray that he's using right now. That one just got out of the hands. It is a swing and miss for strike one. A big old whiff. Reminds me of some blonde cowboy that I know. If you catch my drift. If you don't, then don't worry about it. 1-1 delivery of the Cade Wall. He'll swing through the next one as he was way early on the curveball and is behind 1-2 strikes on it. Got to lay off that next one or just sit back in that back hip a little bit. He's sitting fastball and trying to adjust that curveball just a tad too early on it and getting out that front foot early. The 1-2 to Cade Wall. It's another curveball. He waited back enough to pull it to the third baseman. It's across the diamond, and it pulls the first baseman off the bag. Cade Wall is there, and he's safe on first with the leadoff man aboard. We'll see if they give him a single or an error on this one. They might give him a single as it looked like he still beat it out, but according to what the umpire said, it pulled him off. That's how he ruled him safe. They're going to give him the hit up there on the scoreboard. So it will go down as an infield single for Cade Wall, and Brennan Gibson now comes up to the plate with no outs and a runner on first. Gibson is 0 for 2 as he's up for the third time today. It's a strikeout and a fly out to left field. First pitch, you'll see the at-bat from Zane Brown will come in after the slide step. He'll lift it up left field and deep going back. Charlie Bozeman tracking near the base of the wall will catch it, and Cade Wall will have to retreat back to first with one out. Gibson had a lot of carry, but was really underneath that one. He straightened it out a little bit, and that one's probably carried away into the parking lot. Now the 2 spot is Dom Hartman, who is 1 for 2 with a double and a 6-3 ground out. Does have an RBI in this one, and that's resulted, no, not an RBI, excuse me, a run, the RBI from Mueller on deck, and that's the only run in this one. First pitch misses below the knees for ball 1. Hartman takes a minute to reset in the box, but first the home plate umpire will call time as there's a little bit of an equipment adjustment from the catcher, Barrett Brown. Barrett Brown's a guy who just graduated high school as well and has looked really good. You wouldn't really tell if you didn't know that he graduated high school competing against these guys. He seems like a polished college veteran at this point. The 1-0 as Wall takes it off. It's a swing and a miss. Wall slides in as the throw is not there in time. There's another stolen base, number 13 for Wall in the summer. He now stands in scoring position. The count even 1-1 for Dom Hartman, who again has a plethora of RBIs so far this summer. Hartman has collected a team-leading 29 RBIs. Long pause before Brown looks back towards second, comes to the plate. Hartman puts that one out left center field. Jay Fuller tracks it down. He'll catch it. Wall takes off from third with the tag, and he's in there safely, standing now 90 feet away. There's 2 outs in the inning. It brings up Brennan Mueller.
Number 23, Brennan Mueller.
And Hartman does do a job with moving him over to make it easy for him to score with the ball put in play. If Mueller can reach safely, it also means that anything goes to the backstop, Wall's going to go. He's got plenty of speed down there. And it is a pretty sizable backstop here at Field 3 at Drakes Creek Park. So anything that gets away, it means Wall will probably score, extending this lead from 1-0. Pitch to the left-handed hitter, Brennan Mueller. He'll go after the first one down low and cannot connect. He's behind 0-1. Mueller this summer with runners in scoring position is batting .345. Slightly better than his overall average, .328, which is still very impressive so far this year. He's collected 7 extra base hits, 2 doubles, 5 homers. Goes out the next one, pulls ahead on one on the outside corner, and he's behind no balls, 2 strikes to Zane Brown. Both him and Joe King have thrown a majority of pitches in the strike zone, and both sides offensively just haven't caught up to anything yet. and they're flying through this game at the plate. 0-2 delivery from Zane Brown, and that one misses down in the dirt. If you're able to stretch out a few of these at-bats, you're going to see your offense connect and grab some stuff off the barrel a little bit more consistently. But not only that, Hoppers have been putting stuff in play. They haven't struck out too much, all just 5 times so far. They'd be able to finally start seeing some gaps, as eventually something's got to fall if they keep putting it in play. Pitch runs off the corner, 2-2 the count. He missed release side with it. Seemed like a changeup that dipped away. Two balls, 2 strikes. Wall still stands on third with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Pitch from Brown to Mueller. He'll go after one that falls off the table. Curveball gets him with a strikeout to end at the top of the 5th. There's K number 6 for Zane Brown as we head to the rhythm half of the 5th. Hoppers 1, Rhythm nothing. Down the 5th, Joe King back out for the Hoppers. He'll be seeing now 6, 7, 8 due up for the Rhythm in their order. Through 4 innings so far for Joe King, he's only delivered 46 pitches, which is probably the most efficient we've seen from any starter or really any pitcher so far for the Hoppers all year long. He's given up just 1 hit on 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. King, the left-hander, out of Arkansas Pine Bluff and a native here in the Nashville area, will till the left side of the rubber and face Charlie Bozeman, the left fielder. First pitch, he'll hack at it, foul backwards for strike 1. We're just telling a story about how it's not only the guy the scouts come to watch, then get recruited, be other guys. So it's a big performance for everyone in this one. It doesn't matter that it's just a majority of guys showing up to watch Joe King pitch and play as the 0-1 comes in. It's a curveball that finds the bottom of the zone for strike 2. It's mentioning how Kentucky's Zach Lowe got recruited that way, who a lot of fans, the Hoppers, are also fans of Kentucky baseball, and we're happy that they were able to win the 2017 regional, which I bring that up because Lowe was the starting pitcher in that 2017 regional championship where they beat NC State. Foul off left side to stay alive. Obviously, that game was closed out by Sean Jetley with the Giants. Zach Lowe currently plays over in the Korean baseball organization. Bozeman 0 for 1 with a pop out to the second baseman. As the 0-2 delivery from Joe King comes in, it's popped up backside and foul. So we'll do it all over once again. Long pause again as King looks in for the sign from McCartan. He'll accept and now sets from the rubber. From the belt he fires, and that one skips in the turf for ball 1 in the at-bat. Decent miss low. You can't be too mad at that because, I mean, he's fouled off 2 consecutive 2 strike pitches, so why not go some crazy? Remember, King graduated as the 13th ranked left-handed pitcher and the 116th ranked player in the country by perfect game, not just the state of Tennessee. The 1-2 delivery comes in. It's a fastball down the middle for a punch out looking. And there's one away as we bring out Barrett Brown. That's 3 consecutive batters now that have been struck out, 2 swinging, 1 looking. That's now strikeout number 6 for Joe King on the mound. And again, it's the catcher, Barrett Brown, just mentioned. He graduated high school recently out of the Cottontown, Tennessee area. Now come to the play with Bellarmine next year in the Louisville area. He'll swing through the first one for strike 1. He's a switch hitter, throws righty as a 6-foot, 185 catcher. Brown's over one with a strikeout, looking his only appearance at the plate as well so far, as we're already in the bottom of the 5th inning, flying through game 29. Long pause for the 0-1 comes in from King. It's a curveball, and that one finds the zone again. No balls, 2 strikes. This guy cannot miss. If he could pitch every day, then you'd be in fantastic shape, as he is looking terrific right now. Leg kick as the 0-2 comes in. He tries a fastball low. He thought about it. They'll check down. He did not go around, so it's a ball. Right call there. He started, and always want to check to see if you grab something. On deck after Brown is the 8th batter in the order, Jay Fuller. Last inning was 1 of 2 that the Rhythm didn't go 3 up, 3 down. They only saw 4 come up, though, like they did in the first inning. Next pitch, fastball, misses at the shoelaces, and the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's been trying that chase pitch low for the most part, but hasn't really gotten much to work on it besides the curveballs that have just, he's pulled the string on really early. Well, he's got to try something different here as he'll leg kick the fire. The 2-2 pitch goes for the curveball. It's a dribbler over down the third base line. Evan Leonard will backhand it, throw over the first in time. It's out Brennan Mueller, and there's 2 outs in the inning. Now Jay Fuller, the center fielder, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out to second baseman, is now up at the dish. And so far for full count, it's no runs on 1 hit and an error. They've been walked once as well. So only 2 have gone on safely against Arkansas Pine Bluff's Joe King, who is putting on a masterclass in front of the fans, scouts, and those at home watching here on the Hoptown Hoppers TV network. Appreciate having you here joining us for the broadcast. Left on left matchup as pitch comes in from Fuller to be strike 1. Good pitch from King there on the outside half. Fuller also a similar boat, trying to find his way in a new home. Just redshirted and is in the transfer portal after spending his first year with UAB, a.k.a. Alabama Birmingham. As the next pitch, he'll hack at and foul out of play on the left side. It's already 0-2. I mean, he's shown up and made quite the presence here on the mound. Joe King will accept the sign and looks to make it even wider here with the 0-2 delivery coming in. And there's another swinging miss, drop third strike, and he's going to give up. Hello, this is a strikeout, and that does it as the Rhythm go 3 up, 3 down with another pair of Ks in the inning. We now head to the 6th. Hopper still up 1-0. Top of the 6, Hoppers lead 1-0 over the Full Count Rhythm here. It's calling Critters on the Hoptown Hoppers TV network. It'll be 4-5-6 due up. The face St. Brown still out there for a 6th inning of work as we are flying through this one. Hoppers scored back in the 1st inning. And there's been nothing since in this pitcher's duel. It'll be right on the right matchup as the pitch comes into Evan Jacob. It's a fastball that misses low for ball 1 to the DH. So far in the day, Evan Jacobs 2 for 2. Every time he's come up, he's gone, hello, can I get a hit? And shockingly, he's received it both times. He's got 2 singles. Next one, he'll swing through for strike 1. They give him the count 1-1. That puts him at 5 consecutive games with multiple hits, at least 2 of them, in all 5 of the past games that he has played in. The 1-1 delivery, Jacob ground ball left side. Shortstop backhands it, and he'll bobble it, so Jacob will reach on an E6. Leadoff man is on, looking for some necessary insurance. Remember last time we were here, no lead is safe. It was a 5-0 lead that ran to the wayside, and they end up losing 7-6 in that one. So Evan Leonard comes up, a guy who has been expecting. He's due for a really big hit at this point. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. His last major hit was that home run last Monday. He's gone on a couple of times since, but he is very, very due. His first pitch, left field, going deep, but that one looks like it's dying, and Bozeman is underneath it. He's caught it for the first out, excuse me.
Catcher, number 2, Ryan McCartney.
I was about to say that was almost perfect timing for Leonard. Instead, there's one out, and Ryan McCartan comes up with Jacobs still standing on first. First pitch of the right-handed hitter from the right-handed dealer will come in after the slide step, and McCartan swings too early for strike 1 on the curveball. McCartan again, 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. As Brown shakes out the first sign, staring down the barrel, will accept the second. He'll set from the stretch, come in with the side step again. McCartan takes the fastball out towards center field, right at Jay Fuller, who's caught it on the line for out 2. Jacob retreats back to first still with now 2 outs after the leadoff man reached on an error, which I look at the board now. It looks like they gave him a hit. I'm going to say that mixed up because there's another one where I think they gave not an error for. I don't know. Now it's correct from what it should be. So we're going with that. Pickoff move over to first. Jacobs back in safely as Eddington comes up. So it's 1 run on 7 hits for the Hoppers. They just haven't been able to move them over and in past that first inning. For the Rhythm, it's no runs on 1 hit and 1 error. St. Brown first pitch to Eddington. It's in there for called strike 1. Yeah, and the Hoppers, they've love to get hits. That's what you love to see as a fan. They just haven't been able to bring him on over, and that's what you ultimately want to get to as 0-1 runs off the plate for ball 1. Count evens at 1 apiece. Yeah, you ultimately want to get to that point where you score your runs. You grab more. You build that foundation that you need to win a ball game. And right now, it's just, you get him on, but you don't get anything more. It's so upsetting. Gosh, you have to stop it. But if you end up bringing a few more in right here, we'll love you again, as always. The 1-1 is right down Broadway, and the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Eddington 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out to the shortstop. That was a 6-3 ground out back in the 2nd inning. They opened that one up. Eddington was a part of a hat trick of singles back in the 4th inning, though no one was able to score on it. The 1-2 is lifted up right side, foul territory. Here comes Separullo in front of the Hoptown dugout, has caught it, and that does us in for the top of the 6th. We head now to the bottom half. Rhythm back at the plate when we return, still 1-0 score. Joe King back out the deal. The sixth inning of work for the Hoptown Hoppers as he only threw 14 pitches last inning. So sits at 60 total so far. It's a Hoppers 1-run lead over the Full Count Rhythm here at home. Full Count in third place, 15-13. Hoppers in second, 5 games ahead of them, 20-8. It'll be 9, then 1 and 2 due up for the Rhythm in this one, beginning with the shortstop Landon Rogers, who is over one with a line out to the second baseman Dom Hartman back in the third inning. First pitch you'll see from the left-handed dealer comes in. He tried to spin one and misses high for ball 1. And the batter today, Ryan McCartan with Joe King as the 1-0 now set comes into the dish. It's a fastball that he'll leave high for ball 2. And stepping out was Landon Rogers there, shaking his head. 1 for the fact that he knew he could leave it high, and 2 for the fact that they had a lot of mustard on that fastball. The velo kicked up at quite a few notches. 2 balls, no strikes. The leadoff man, and he'll go after the next one. He'll blow a fastball by him that time, belt high. And the count now 2-1. And after Rogers on deck is Kason Hill at the top of the order. Rogers so far this summer for the Full Count Rhythm is batting .314. A sophomore out of Trevecca Nazarene. He'll swing the next one, grab a piece of it, and foul it backwards. Leaves the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Out of Memphis, Tennessee, stands 6'3", 170 as a right-handed pitcher, and attended Briarcrest Christ High School. That's a fun one to say, Briarcrest Christ High School. Almost saying the same word twice, it feels like. Either way, the Trevecca Nazarene product back in the right-handed box with the 2 balls, 2 strikes on him. Joe King delivers again. It's a fastball that he will put up the right field line and foul to do the 2-2 all over. We'll step out and reset as we got to clear the ball from the field of play. And you're just loving this connection you've seen from Joe King. He's already delivered 6 strikeouts, only 1 walk, 1 hit against him, as the only 2 base runners to reach for the Rhythm. Long pause before he comes in with a 2-2 curveball that's found out of play. Rogers finding any way to stay alive at this point. A guy who struck out much from 35 at-bats coming into the game, now at 36 after his line out. He's only struck out 5 times, once looking, so he's a guy who puts back the ball pretty well. Here reset out on the right-handed box as King looks in for the sign, accepts the first. And on top of the bump, he will look in from the rubber. He fires, and there's another one fouled out of play as the at-bat continues. 7 pitches deep so far. The next one would be the 8th pitch of the at-bat already. Rhythm went 3 up, 3 down last inning. They did the same in the second and third. Saw 4 come up in the first and the fourth inning. They have been held to almost a complete minimum in this game. King looks in again, the 2-2 delivery. Once again, a curveball that he just grabs a piece of to stay alive, and that's all you're looking for from a batter. In any sense, with 2 strikes, you're not needing to drive everything. If something is just maybe borderline, might catch the zone, you're going to go after and you're just trying to throw your hands and foul it off to wait for a pitch that's going to be better for you, or something that's more obviously outside of the zone so you can work into a full count, eventually maybe even a walk. So Rogers is working this at-bat perfectly. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat from Joe King. That's the fastball that misses down on the turf, and the count runs full. A terrific battle. It's been the best battle we have seen all day between the Rhythm and the Hoppers on either side. Rhythm again. King toes the rubber, looks in, accepts the sign. Accept, fire the 3-2 pitch, ground ball, left side, gets under the glove of Evan Leonard, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Full Count Rhythm. Rogers fired up after that one. We'll wait for the official ruling. I think that would go down as an error as it got off the bottom of his glove just barely. Still waiting. It'll be Kason Hill, the leadoff man, in the order to come up now. I'll tell you when they give us the official ruling on it, whether that's an error or a hit. Again, probably is an error. Yep, there it is officially. Finally, an error on the board, which makes sense. So still only one hit against the Joe King. He's got a base runner on for the third time today. Next pitch to begin, Kaysen Hill is in there for a called strike. Hill's up for the third time today. He's 0-for-2 with a 4-3 ground out, as well as a line out to the center fielder, Brennan Gibson. Here's the leg kick as he comes to the plate with a fastball. That skips in the turf. Count even 1-1. Seems like things are starting to slide for King in this inning, and this is the most he's struggled with anything at all, which sounds ridiculous. We're only in the beginning of the second batter, but that's how efficient he's been with everyone in this game. As the 1-1 is dealt to the plate, high and away, and 2-1 is the count. McCartan popped up, looked down towards first, did not throw the back pick, though. Already had 13 pitches in the inning. This next pitch will match the entire total of pitches that he threw in the previous inning. Only seen 3 batters come up with a pair of strikeouts and a ground out. King again facing Hill. The 2-1 delivery. There's another fastball. That one's hit high right center field. Going back is Gabe Eddington on the track, looking up and looking over as that one's sent out of here. Rhythm take the lead. It's 2-1, and well, that's the negative effects of a fastball that can come in with that type of velocity. Is that when you make contact with it well off the barrel, it's going to go a long way. So no one on and still no one else in the inning. We pretty much reset here as the Rhythm take the first lead of the game with their first runs. Gabe Jenkins will be the next batter. The right fielder, who is currently 1-for-1 with a single, has also reached on a walk, so he's gotten on twice in this one. Seems to be slight activity down in the full count bullpen with a guy not really warming up, just kind of stretching out and getting loose to potentially warm up. But I'd be shocked if Zane Brown does not come back in for him. First pitch, next at bat, fastball runs outside for ball 1. King will reset again. The 1-0 delivery. And there's one high and away. 2 balls, no strikes for King. As again, we look at his spring for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Gave up 43 runs, only 36 of them earned, and only 2 home runs. So that's the 3rd home run he's given up this 2026 spring/summer season overall. And it was a guy who gave up some good hits, and things got away from him with 39 walks in a total 29 and a third innings pitch. That number comes down as he doesn't get too wild, doesn't get too tired out there on the mound. Then he improves to such a incredible pitcher out there. Not just he has the stuff. It's obvious that he's got the stuff. He has the talent. He has the knowledge of how to work through at bats with different pitches and his pitch progression and whatnot. Just got to get himself located in the zone deep into games. The 2-0, runs inside. That's 3 balls, no strikes to the batter, Gabe Jenkins. On deck is the first baseman, Hudson Saparulo, and that's where things could get dicey if he gets on here. 3-0 pitch, and that one at the knees for a called strike with the fastball, and we're back in with a 3-1 count. King trying to recalibrate after McCartan went out there for a quick conversation, just settle him down a little bit. We'll see if it pays off here. 3-1 as he looks to locate the zone. He will as it's fouled off backwards, and now the count runs full. 3-2 to Jenkins, the right fielder. And Jenkins this summer, team leading .347 batting average, as well as leading the team with 26 hits and 23 singles. Also has the team most 24 runs. 3-2, a swing and miss for a strikeout to follow up the 2-run homer. So there's one away as we reset in the inning with no one on. Hudson Saparulo comes up. First baseman is 0-for-2 with a strikeout and a 5-3 ground out. For King, only one of those runs will be earned against him as, again, Landon Rogers, the leadoff man in this inning, got on via an error. King looks in, first pitch to the left-handed hitter. Curveball that's fouled up the first base line for strike one. Ciparulo, big fella, stands up there. 6'5", 225 pounds in that left-handed box. Native of Paris, Tennessee. Attended Henry County High School where he played 4 years of baseball and football. As the 0-1 comes in from King, a big leg kick, and that one pulled foul and out of play on the right side. Ciparulo behind, no balls, 2 strikes quickly to Joe King. Ciparulo began his career with Union University, a D2 school where he was the 2-time Gulf South Conference Freshman of the Week in 2025 after redshirting in 2024. Then transferred to play with Montlow State Community College where he had a 400 batting average this past spring. I'll take the next one, fouled up the right side on the ground, and we'll do the no ball 2 strike pitch once again. King started this inning with 60 total pitches. He's up to 83, about to throw pitch number 84 of the game for him. As there does look to be some action down in the Hoptown bullpen with someone starting to work out on the mound there. 0-2 from King. S1 hit to right field up the line. That one post side lands fair for a single as it's brought in quickly by Eddington. There's a runner on first with 1 out. And Bryson Hamilton now the batter. At this point, King's just a ticking time bomb. Could potentially see a meeting out there as the Hoppers have struggled at the plate against Zane Brown, and now it's not as positive. Remember, we've said it a few times, no lead safe with either of those teams, whether the Rhythm are up or the Hoppers are up. Nothing safe against each other. This has been a terrific series all summer long between the two so far. Hamilton 0 for 2 with a fly out, a strikeout. It's a fastball left side, that one to the 5-6 gap in the left field for a back-to-back single as he's on first, and Ciparulo moves into second. We now go to the 5 spot with still 1 out. It's the DH, Kason Youngblood, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeout, and there is Chris Benny. Now start the trot out there. Joe King delivered 85 pitches and a terrific outing on the mound. Do not let the 2 runs take away from what he's done in this game. The last for the game ball, as he's given up just 2 runs on 3 hits, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. King showed his stuff off, and we now go to the pen. Brady Leonard's coming out. We'll tell you about him when we return here on the Hoptown Hoppers TV network. Coming out of the arm barn for the Hoptown Hoppers is Brady Leonard. He'll be facing Ryder Blanchard, a pinch hitter in place of the DH, Kason Youngblood, who was 0 for 2 at this point with a pair of strikeouts. So Blanchard comes in again to face Brady Leonard, now out on the mound for the Hoppers. He stands up there, 6'4", 187 as a right-handed pitcher. First pitch, we see him from fastball inside, just misses at the knees for ball 1. Leonard's made 5 appearances so far this year, only 1 out of the bullpen. Everything else he started. He's gone 17 total innings so far in a Hoptown uniform, carrying a 9.53 ERA, giving up 23 runs, only 18 earned on 18 hits, 13 walks, and 12 strikeouts. Next pitch goes all the way to the backstop, and McCartan will pick it up as both runners are already advanced in the scoring position. The count 2-0. He had a big reason here to see Leonard out of the pen for this one. Is the same idea with the scouts in attendance to watch him. Both move on the wild pitch, though. Leonard did well out of the bullpen his one time. He came out from there for the Hoppers. Gave them a one inning of work, very solid and needed inning to get them through and bridge them to the end of the game. 2-0 curveball, that's fouled in front of the full count dugout for strike one. Again, the righter Blanchard, we haven't talked about him tonight. Let's give you some of his stats so far this summer. He's batting .244 with a .397 on base percentage. He's collected 3 RBIs only. He's a freshman out of LSU Eunice, one of the top JUCO squads down there with 8 national championships. Also a native of Chalmette, Louisiana, where Evan Jacobs from. As the infield is playing in right now with a 2-1 pitch coming in from Leonard. He'll deal. It's another curveball. This one lifted high to center field. Gibson tracking it. He's going to be underneath it and catch it as the runner from third, Hudson Separula, will tag up. The throw goes in towards third as the runner on second remains. And it's a sac fly, 3-1 lead for the Rhythm. So 2 outs, still a runner in scoring position. Charlie Bozeman, the left fielder, comes up to the dish.
Left fielder number 20, Charlie Bozeman.
Still standing on second is is Bryson Hamilton. Ryder Blanchard just had the sac fly. Bozeman's 0-for-2 with a pop out and a strikeout, looking for his pitch he sees from Leonard. It's a curveball. This one lifted high into center field. A home run to Corn Silo, but here on the field, it's a fly out to Brennan Gibson to end the inning. Leonard gets a pair of quick outs as we head now to the 7th. The Hoppers now trail 3-1 after a 3 spot. We'll be right back with the Hoppers at the plate after the break. Sun almost fully set here in Hendersonville, Tennessee, after we just completed an 18-minute bottom of the 6th inning where the Rhythm pleaded 3 to give themselves a 2-1 lead. So it's out in the 7th now. 3-1 is our score. Easton Beatty in the 8th spot will lead things off for the Hoppers with Cadwell on deck at the top of the order in the hole with Brennan Gibson. Zane Brown back out there on the mound for the Rhythm for his 7th inning of work, and we'll see how he does after his longest break in wait to return to the mound all game long. First pitch, and it seems like he's all good as he put one on the outside corner. Beatty could not catch up with a swing, and he's behind 0-1 already. Beatty's over 2 with a 5-3 ground out as well as a strikeout. As here's the next pitch already in this one. The 0-1, and Beatty leaves it just outside. Count evens 1-1. Brown's been really efficient coming into this inning. Had thrown only 69 pitches. Now it's 71. Here's number 72 on his evening. 1-1 delivery, and Beatty check swing, didn't hold up in time. He's behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beatty again, a guy who got a limit to keeping his swings to pitches in the zone, and he'd really elevate as he went 3 for 4 against the Rhythm last time we played him, and that's something he did very well. He left pitches off the plate like that one that missed for a 2-2 count now. And that last time we played the Rhythm, he left pitches like that off the plate majority of the time. And once they finally had the pitch under to him, well, he gave it a ride for a couple base knocks and even had 3 of them. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Brown comes back to the dish and will plunk him with a hit by pitch. Leadoff man is on, and the tying run in the 7th comes up to the plate in form of Cade Wall. Beatty hurrying down to the bag. Love that after a hit by pitch when a guy just charges on down. Wall 1 for 2 with a single his last time up back in the 5th inning. Now looking to spark something in the 7th off of Zane Brown, who's had a fantastic performance as well. And what was a pitcher still pretty much is, as he was battling Joe King, now Brady Leonard on the mound for the Hoppers. Squares around the bunt and gets it off the bottom half the barrel, goes backwards for strike 1. Wall again, a guy who lays out a bunt. It's a hard out going down to first base. He's laid down quite a few bunts for infield singles so far this year. Majority based off his speed going down the line. The third baseman currently down there, of course, that being Bryson Hamilton, is playing about even with where the grass would be. Obviously, it's turf as he swings for the next one is behind 0-2. So he can back up again at the hot corner, as they're probably not laying down a bunt at this point with 2 strikes. And still a runner on first with no outs. Near the top of the 7th, 3-1 score for the Rhythm. And there's a long pause before Brown slide steps, comes to the plate, and Wall puts one left center field. This one dropping quickly, and a diving attempt from the center fielder. Can't catch up to it. That one lands for a single. And the first 2 men in the inning are on. Brennan Gibson at the top of the order comes to follow him up with runners on first and second, and still no outs in the inning. Gibson is up now for the 4th time today. 0 for 3 so far on his outing, as there is someone warming up down in the full count bullpen. Is a lefty. 0 for 3 for Gibson has been a strikeout, as well as 2 fly balls to left field. His last one got all the way out to the base of the wall before being caught by Charlie Bozeman. And if he straightens it out just a little bit more, that one sent out of here in a hurry. First pitch you'll see, and he'll go after it. Pops it up right side, foul territory, giving chase to the second baseman at this point. In front of the dugout, overruns it. It lands past his glove. So Gibson is gifted a brand new life. Got a little lucky with that one, as that's Cason Hill who overran it. It's really tough at that point. He charged heavily from second base to come under that one, and literally last second overran it. Gibson just with an 0-1 instead of being put down there. With Dom Hartman standing on deck, if he gets on, this could be a world of hurt for full count. With Hartman on deck and Mealer into the hole, as well as Evan Jacob due up after that. Zane Brown, the 0-1 delivery, and Gibson tried to pull one on the outside half. Can't connect. He's behind, no balls, 2 strikes. So the guy who's going to have to maybe push one here. Brown realizes that you can keep it on the outside against him, and usually does a little bit better, even though Gibson would have had a solo home run opposite field back at Tiger Field this past weekend without the rain out. 0-2 pitch, that one near the middle, pop up right field. Gabe Jenkins loses it, can't find it, relocates it, and will corral it for the first out. Couldn't see it past the lights for a minute, and after getting redirected, he found it for the out.
Second baseman, number 8, Dom Hartman.
Now Dom Hartman comes up with 1 out, so runners on first and second for the Hoptown Hoppers. So far for Hartman in this game, he is 1 for 3 with a double back in the first, and ended up scoring the only run off an RBI single from Brennan Mealer, and brought him in from second base. Hartman now at a 12-game on-base streak and a 3-game hit streak for him. He's batting .350 on the year with a .418 on-base percentage. Zane Brown, a long look back towards second before he throws to Hartman, and he fools him with a curveball that he'll miss on for strike 1. Hartman's been batting .421 with runners in scoring position, a product of the U.S. Sports University down in Daphne, Alabama. A negative of Taylor, Texas, where he attended Taylor High School, home of the Ducks, and played football and baseball. Four-time all-district player down at Texas as well. 0-1, and he'll blow a fastball past Hartman, who swung too late. And he's behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Remember, the first 2 guys got on the inning. The tying run currently stands on first base. But you gotta get him over, like we've been saying throughout this one. Unlike last night, though, you do have the 8th and 9th to play. It's not all over in the 7th. The 0-2 pitch. Hartman sends it up the middle to second baseman Hill. Flips towards second after the shovel pass, and they'll turn it over the first for the double play that does it for the top of the 7th. First 2 guys get on, but nothing comes across. Rhythm hold us right where we're at. It's Rhythm 3, Hoppers 1, and we'll be back after stretch time here at Drakes Creek Park.
No runs, 1 hit.
Top 7th here on the bottom 7th here, excuse me, on the Hoptown Hoppers TV network. The incoming freshman, the Bellarmine, home of the Knights in Louisville. Barrett Brown will be the leadoff batter to face Brady Leonard. After they just had their most successful inning, 7 batters came up to the plate last time for the Rhythm, and they crossed 3 scores. First pitch fastball outside corner, 4 strike 1. Leonard came in, they got the final 2 outs. It was a sac fly and a fly out again to center field immediately afterward, the only 2 that he faced last inning after all 3 runs are awarded against the Joe King. Next pitch lifted high, left side, easily fouled out of play. Count now 0-2 quickly for Leonard battling Barrett Brown. It'll be 7-8-9 due up for the Rhythm in this one. Remember the corners here at Drakes Creek Park, about 320 down the lines, about 345 in the gaps, and a bit past that, maybe 375, 400 the dead center. 0-2 pitch as Leonard goes with a curveball, tries the outside corner and cannot grab a strike. Count now 1-2. So Brown, who is 0 for 2 in the day with a strikeout looking as well as a ground out to the third baseman back in the 5th inning. The 1-2 delivery from Leonard, tries one downstairs and comes up empty-handed with ball 2. Count evens to a piece with Fuller, the man on deck in the 8th spot. The Hoppers finally found something cooking with Landon Rogers, who currently stands in the hole last inning. He got him started with reaching on an E5, then it was a 2-run homer from Cason Hill, who to be 4th this inning if we see him. Fastball inside corner, can't grab the call, and the count runs full to Barrett Brown. And then Brady Leonard, a native of Bloomington, Indiana, plays with the UIndy Greyhounds, a D2 school in the Great Lakes Valley Conference that made it all the way to their 3rd College World Series in the past 4 years. Next pitch down the middle, and that's pulled foul. So we'll do the full count delivery all over. They also won their 4th straight Midwest Super Regional this past year. They beat the 4 seed Grand Valley State and 2 straight games, 6-5 and 15-10 this past year. Brady Leonard also got the pitch in the College World Series where he saw one batter and got in the rollover on a slider for an out. 3-2, ground ball right side, right at the first baseman, Brendan Mueller, who's able to take it himself for the unassisted ground out to open up the bottom of the 7th inning. Jay Fuller now the batter, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout as well in his line. He's in the transfer portal after spending his first year with UAB and not seeing any playing time with the Blazers down in Birmingham, Alabama. I can't get over his walk-up song. It's the funniest thing. I don't know how well you can hear it through the mic. I'm sure decently. But if you can't, his walk-up song is Careless Whisper. First pitch from Leonard. It's going to be a curveball that goes to the backstop for ball 1. Yeah, Careless Whisper is what you love to hear at the ballpark, right? You usually hear, I don't know, there's a good mix of rap and country typically as walk-up songs. I think it's the most common, too, for a lot of players. It's, you know, maybe some stuff you haven't heard before, a little all over the place at times, and then Careless Whisper to throw off the vibe for you. 1-0 delivery from Leonard, tries to spin, one doesn't break, and stays upstairs for ball 2. On deck is Landon Rogers in that 9th spot, who broke things open for the Rhythm and finally got to Joe King, who have their left-handed pitcher warming up heavily down in the Rhythm bullpen. Expect to see him in the 8th. Leonard goes with a fastball at the knees and just misses for ball 3. Must have been a bit inside. Look down the barrel again to his backstop, Ryan McCartan, as there's been no other defensive alignment changes for the Hoppers here. As the next pitch comes in, there's a fastball that's right down the middle for a called strike to get him back in the zone and battle with Jay Fuller. So far in the summer for Jay Fuller, he has recorded a .275 batting average as well as a .420 on base percentage, being walked a total of 9 times. He 1 ball away from being walked 10 times this year, but not if Leonard has anything to say about it. He won't, as that one misses near the shoelaces for a 5-pitch walk. So after putting down the first 3 guys that Leonard saw, he puts a man on first with a free pass, and Landon Rogers comes up, who's technically 0 for 2 with a line out. And he reached last time on an error from Brady Leonard over at third base as that ground ball that was hit down there pretty hard, pretty well, got underneath his glove, and that resulted in him getting on first for the man on deck, Cason Hill, to put one out of here for a 2-run homer. Leonard set from the right side of the rubber from the stretch. He'll deal as that one gets away from McCartan, and Fuller advances in the second base on the pass ball. So 1-0 count. As McCartan tried to throw his glove over, got off the tip of it. That'll be awarded against him as the backstop. He's a guy who really doesn't have any mistakes back there for the most part. You can usually trust him with about anything defensively. But that would put a runner in scoring position now for Rogers. Leonard again gets set. Looks back towards second time now. And deals the 1-0 liner over to Mueller. That stays fair, and he grabs it for the second out as Fuller moves in the 3rd. Another unassisted out from Mueller in this inning. So the runner now standing just 1 bag away on 3rd. They bring up their leadoff man, Cason Hill, who last time up had that 2-run homer. They give the Rhythm the lead. They added another one last inning to put them up 3-1. That's the only hit so far for Cason Hill, though. Outside of that, it's been a ground out and a line out towards center. First pitch high in sight for ball 1, pretty high as well, missed above the eyes. So looking again. As he'll set and fire from the belt. The 1-0 pitch, tried the outside corner and cannot get it. Missed glove side with that one. Now to count 2 balls, no strikes quickly. Leonard throughout this season so far with the Hopper jersey on has found ways to be efficient, especially out of the pen. Usually seeing 3.5 pitches per batter he's faced. He tried the curveball, backside, and nothing is called. 3-0 the count. But so far in the innings total, and this has been inflated from his first start mainly, he's thrown just shy of 20 pitches per inning he's pitched. That one misses upstairs again, and there's a 4-pitch walk to put Hill on first, and that'll bring up Gabe Jenkins, who is a 1 for 2, with a single, a walk, and a strikeout. A walk doesn't count as a at-bat if you're unfamiliar with how baseball can be scored. So there's 2 walks in the inning now for Leonard. No hits still against him, but a hit would certainly bring in a run and give the Hoppers a little bit more of the fight back against. With 6 outs remaining in the 8th and 9th inning, the Rhythm could use some insurance, certainly, though, at this point. First pitch from Leonard as the runner takes off. No throw down from McCartan as he pump faked, and Fuller did not get fooled on it, so he remains on third. 1-0 the count. That'll be a straight stolen bag for Case and Hill, and that's stolen base number 1 for the Rhythm in this game. Leonard again set, working from the stretch. Hill leg kick and deal to the dish, and there's a fastball Hill below past Jenkins for strike 1. Jenkins not only done well tonight again, has done well against the Hoppers all year long. Last time we faced him, he went 3 for 5. Batting .600 in that game. He's been batting probably near that .400 mark all year against the Hoppers, though. As for the season total for Jenkins, he is batting .347. The 1-1 pitch, and there's a fastball. Tried the inside corner, gets it for strike 2. He's 1 strike away from getting out of it. It's unusual, too, when you look at the totals, and this will be completely thrown off from this game, but so far, the Rhythm have been hitting .283 all season long. .282 against the Hoppers, though, this year. It's been about normal from what we've been seeing from them, but they usually pitch a little bit worse than they do against the rest of the league. That one missed inside, count evens 2-2. In total, the Rhythm entered this game with a pitching staff 4.44 ERA. Against the Hoppers, though, it's a 5.62 ERA. So usually the Hoppers are able to get to this team a little bit more than the rest of the league is, for the most part. Doesn't mean that each game isn't extremely challenging, though. 2-2 pitch to get out of the inning from Leonard. It's a chopper right back up the middle. Wall will scoop it up, fire quickly the first, and that'll bring Mueller off the bag as he had to go climb up the ladder for it. Brings in Fuller the score, and it's 4-1 off the E4. Or E6, I guess. Kate's the shortstop. Go down as an RBI, but nothing else. This inning will go down as an earned run with an error with 2 outs. Nothing else will count against him. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. They had a 4-1 score in favor of the full count Rhythm. The Hoppers have more of the battle back against when they go to the plate. First pitch that Leonard throws is way outside as Jenkins takes out for second, and they've got 2 in scoring position yet again after the straight steal, number 2 in this game. 1-0 count to Separula, who so far in his 3 plate appearances is carrying a 1 for 3 line with a single his last time up. Came around and scored after Hamilton got on, and Ryder Blanchard had that sac fly. There's a swing and miss as he swung underneath it. The fastball evens count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside of his single, it's been a strikeout and a ground out to the third baseman, Evan Leonard, so far for the first base left-handed hitter. Well, the right-handed pitcher will deal the 1-1. He'll blow a fastball by him again. He count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leonard again 1 strike from getting out of this inning with only 1 run of damage coming across against him out of the bullpen. Again, a little bit of activity down near that Hoptown bullpen again. Leonard trying to close us out here in the 7th. The 1-2, the Separullo misses down at the bottom of the well, and the count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is Bryson Hamilton, who is also 1 for 3. Separullo, who had one of his better games against the Hoptown Hoppers last time we faced him, went 2 for 5 in that contest. Could get his second hit right here to match that total. 2-2 pitch from Leonard. It'll be a ground ball left side and past the diving Cade Wall. They'll give the wave sign to Jenkins coming from second. 180 all the way home, and the Rhythm now leads 6-1 off the 2 RBI single from Separullo. That's another 3 spot in the inning after they scored 3 last inning as well. This was looking like a very low-scoring game at first, where no one was going to score too much, and it was going to be a battle to see if someone could reach a couple of runs before the other and really seal the deal. Now Chris Benny comes down as the Hoppers now trail by 5 runs. The last for the game ball from Brady Leonard, and go back to the bullpen. We'll be right back with a new arm out there looking for the final out in the bottom of the 7th. Third pitcher out of the pen for the Hoppers is Jared Rivera now taking the mound, getting the nod from head coach Chris Benny after Brady Leonard got us the first 2 outs, but now 3 more runs have come across, and there's a runner on first with 2 outs. So Rivera will face the cleanup batter, Bryson Hamilton, trying to get us out of the bottom of the 6th, only trailing by 5. It's kind of contrary to what we've usually seen. The Rhythm have a plethora of pitchers on their roster, and the Hoppers don't really. They have a lot more they did at the beginning of the year, but still not too many guys. As the right-handed dealer's first pitch, it's in there for a called strike to get us started against Hamilton, who is 1 for 3 with a single and a strikeout. But again, usually we see a lot of guys come in for the Rhythm, especially out of the bullpen. They've only thrown 1 guy so far, even though we expect someone to come in from the bullpen next half inning. Pitch skips into turf, and McCartan with the block to keep Hudson Separulo at first base. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike now. And Rivera, a right-handed dealer, taking just shy of 6 foot out there.
Rivera.
The 1-1, and there's a swing and a miss. There's strike 2. So Hamilton behind quickly is in danger of striking out for the 2nd time this game. That strikeout came from the starter, Joe King, who had a terrific outing in this one, giving up now just a total of 3 runs as his lines close on, or excuse me, 4 runs will be awarded against him. And that pitch gets away, and moving up is Separulo. Count evens 2-2. Now, I was originally right. Once again, don't trust the other stuff. Trust me. Joe King giving up just 3 runs on 4 hits, a walk, and 7 strikeouts in 5 and 3rd innings of work. Had a great day here in his 2026 Hoptown debut. And Rivera also making his debut for the Hoppers this summer. There was a 2-2 pitch. It just misses the outside corner, went glove side with it, and now the count runs full. Wouldn't mind trying the backdoor pitch here again. The 3-2, it's a swing and miss. He blows a fastball by him to get us out of the inning. He'll face one, and send us now to the 8th inning, trailing by 5. It's Rhythm 6, Hoppers 1, as we head to the back 2 innings here at Drakes Creek Park. We head to the 8th. Hoppers have 6 outs remaining to make a comeback here against the full count Rhythm. They go to the bullpen for the first time today after Zane Brown, the starter, was able to deliver 7 total innings in a terrific outing for him. Gave up 1 run back in the first and was shut down from there. Just gave up a total of 8 hits. Pretty solid for the Hoppers. Couldn't move anyone around. And then 6 strikeouts as well. Coming up will be part of the order to, it will be 3, 4, and 5 due up at the plate. And new pitcher on the mound is Owen McMahon for the full count Rhythm. A lanky lefty, standing 6'5", 165 pounds out there. First pitch to Mueller. Lifted left side down the line. Going after the left fielder. It's on a tail foul as it lands for strike 1. I'll talk about the new arm out there. Just recently joined this team. And let's put it this way. He came in through his first warm-up pitch. It was a fastball. And my reaction, I'm not kidding you verbatim, was, oh, wow. Had a lot of kick on the fastball with it. Just graduated from Sycamore High School, committed to play with Belmont next year, which makes a lot of sense after seeing a couple of his warm-up pitches, not only the fastball, but a couple off speeds that have a lot of tail on them as well, as he's continuing the battle. Mueller here as the next pitch comes in and runs inside for ball 1. Native of Pleasant View, Tennessee, and played with FTB National 2026 squad as this club team. The 1-1 pitch comes in, and there's a swing and a miss on the curveball. Now, Mueller behind 1 ball, 2 strikes to begin the 8th inning. Remember, Hoppers trail by 5 after they gave up 3 in the 6th, another 3 in the 7th inning. After leading 1-0 all game long, Mueller tips one and back into the glove of Barrett Brown, and he's sent down on strikes for the first out. We now go to the 4th spot with Evan Jacob. And that's the 3rd strikeout of this game for Mueller. He's got a hat trick. Jacob, quite the contrary, has reached all 3 times tonight, 2 times by a single and once by an error from the shortstop. His first pitch, he'll blow a fastball by him as he tried to swing at it, couldn't catch up. He's behind, no balls in, 1 strike. Remember, he's got 5 consecutive games with at least 2 hits. Could be trying to grab a third one here. Is that one he'll tip backwards, and he's behind quickly. No balls, 2 strikes. Neither was sat down quickly. And looking to do the same here to Jacob. McMahon goes for the windup, goes on off speed. That doesn't break back in, and that's the first ball in the count. 1-2 on deck for the Hoppers. This is Evan Leonard, who still stands over there. They won't look for a pinch hitter. And probably won't until we get a little bit deeper down into his lineup. McMahon again, the lefty deals, and he'll get him fishing at one. He comes up with no bait, no trout, no fish, no nothing. He struck out for back-to-back Ks. McMahon looks like a polished veteran again from college. Doesn't look like a graduated high schooler from this past year. But again, you told me that, and maybe I could tell before being told, but honestly, when he walked out there, that wasn't my first thought whatsoever. He looks like a guy who's played, and that's what his pitches look like, because that one misses high and away. I'll be able to come back glove side with it and bury it down the mound a little bit more. The 1-0, he does get down the mound, and that one's right down the middle, exactly where he needed to be for the strike. 1-1 the count for McMahon, battling Evan Leonard, who so far is 0 for 3 with a ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. The 1-1 pitch, it's a fastball outside corner, though. Call him for strike 2. McMahon not only just got some quick feel on the fastball, has been working quickly in between pitches, not even shaking off anything as he comes with a 1-2 fastball, and Leonard will stay alive as he fouls it off into the netting on the right side. Whatever works for him. We'll see if he shakes anything off, take a deep breath, or if he just wants to keep going, and firing up there, which, I mean, it's worked for the first two. It's working so far for Leonard as the 1-2 comes in. And it does work for Leonard. He's rung up on strikes, and there's a trifecta of Ks in the inning. 2 swinging, 1 looking as the Hoppers are sent down in the order. We go to the bottom of the 8th, looking to retain a 5-run deficit. It's Hoppers 1, Rhythm 6. Things look less than minimal and optimal right now for the Hoptown Hoppers. They trail by 5, heading to the bottom of the 8th inning after they were leading 1-0 all the way up until the 6th inning, where the Rhythm plated 3. They played another 3 after that in the bottom of the 7th and looked to tack on a couple more. Jared Rivera back out there for your Hoppers. He came out of the pen. He got the final out last inning, facing 1, and recorded a strikeout against Bryson Hamilton. It'll be 5, 6, 7 due up, beginning with Ryder Blanchard, the DH, who came in and had a sac fly in his only at-bat so far. He's pinch hitting for Kason Youngblood, who was over 2 with a pair of strikeouts. So Blanchard still technically 0 for 0 after his sac fly. We'll get started on this right-on-right matchup as Rivera comes in through the plate and misses above the letters for ball 1. It'll be Blanchard, Bozeman, and Brown as the minimum to come up this inning for the full count Rhythm. As Rivera looks down, accepts the sign, set from the right side of the rubber, comes back with the 1-0, and that one just runs off the corner for ball 2. Tough night for the Hoppers after they were looking to at least stay within half a game of first place. They trail by half a game right now to the Henderson Flash after losing game 2 of the doubleheader. 2-0 runs off, and now it's a 3-0 count from Rivera battling Blanchard. If they were the win and the Henderson Flash were the win, obviously the Hoppers would still be half a game back. if they lose and the Flash win, and of course full count at third place wins, Hoppers would still be in second place, but it'd be by a game and a half, as that one ran off, and there's a 4-pitch walk to open up the 8th inning. Now go to the 6th spot in the order with the left fielder, Charlie Bozeman, who so far tonight is 0 for 3 with a couple pop flies and a strikeout on his line. Bozeman will now approach the right-handed box for his at-bat against Rivera, as he'll come with an off-speed that falls in the bottom of the zone for strike one. Beautiful pitch from Rivera there. Things will get much better than that one. As he'll look down, accept the sign again, peeks over towards first before he'll come to the plate after the leg kick, tries that same curveball and misses high, 1-1. Rivera, while it's not necessarily, it's definitely not submarine, definitely somewhat not really a sidearm, but kind of comes and drops his shoulder when he starts to deal towards the plate. We'll see it right here. As the runner takes off, he does go a little sidearm, and that one's popped up as the runner slid in the second. He's going to have to rush back quickly as that one is tracked by the right fielder, Gabe Eddington. And quickly, Blanchard is back towards first, so no throw needed as there's a fly out to right field for the first out. Would have been an easy stolen base for Blanchard. He had second base by a mile. Didn't matter. Barrett Brown, the catcher, who's 0 for 3 with a strikeout looking, and then a couple ground outs on his line so far in this game. He'll come up and step in the left-handed box to face the righty, Jared Rivera, who will like kick and come to the plate with that sidearm delivery, and it's in there on the outside portion for strike one as it dips back into the zone. Rivera again set, working quickly just like we saw McNamara in the top half of the inning. Goes back to the release side with a fastball, and that one fouled out of play quickly. Count now 0-2. On deck behind Brown is Fuller. I love a ground ball right here as Cade Wall, the shortstop, and Dom Hartman, the second baseman, a little bit pinched up the middle. Would love that U.S. Sports University connection to be in full rhythm right now as there's a runner taking off. There's swing and miss for a strikeout, but no throw down. They'll say he tipped it and went to the backstop, no drop third. And McCartan just looked at the umpire and said, really? Okay, guess we'll do it again. So the runner does go back. It's no longer a stolen base for Ryder Blanchard. I didn't see it tip much, but it definitely helps the rhythm in this case. And honestly helps the Hoppers keep a runner out of scoring position, even though it would have been with 2 outs. So the 0-2 again as Blanchard stays, and that one runs outside and misses with the release side again. And now they count 1-2 to the catcher. Barrett Brown again also coming to the play with Bellarmine next year. Waits as the 1-2 comes in from Rivera, and he goes backside and opens the door to find no one on the opposite side of it. Count evens 2-2. Two delivery comes in, and that one a swing and a miss for a strikeout, his second of the night for Rivera. Blanchard took off and stole second for the third stolen base this game for the Rhythm. So the runner in scoring position, there's 2 outs away, and Jay Fuller, the left fielder, who is 0 for 2 with a walk his last time up, and he came around and scored as well in that one. He'll slowly approach that left-handed box here as things are quickly slipping away from the Hoppers, but would love to keep it at a 5-run deficit and see if the Hoppers going to make some crazy comeback happen when we turn over to the 9th. There's a slider curveball that finds the bottom of the zone for strike one. They get us started with Blanchard standing on second again. Fuller had a strikeout, a ground down outside of his walk last time up that he came around and scored on for run number 4 of this game. Long pause before the leg kick comes in. Curveball this one, then you can just sit back and watch as that leaves the yard for a 2-run shot. Rhythm extend the lead to 7. It's 8-1 after the 2-run homer from Fuller.
That is a 2-run home run for number 21, Jay Fuller.
That's Fuller's number 2 home run of the year. As things look all about bleak right now for the Hoppers, and technically if the Rhythm were to put up 2 more runs this inning, it'd be over in a mercy rule. But again, Hoppers love their comeback victories in the wildest of fashions. You can't count them fully out yet. It would be the wildest comeback we've seen for any OVL team all season long, though, if the Hoppers were able to complete it. So Rivera still just needing 1 more out. With 2 outs and no one on, he will go down to the 9th spot to face Landon Rogers with an 8-1 deficit. Pitch runs outside. Ball misses for ball 1. The shortstop currently is 0 for 3, though he reached back in the 6th inning on an error from Evan Leonard down at third, and that's what opened the floodgates for the Rhythm as they've tacked on 8 since. The 1-0 pitch, that one belt high for strike 1, evens the count 1 apiece. That's Rivera's first appearance so far this year, and he's given up just 1 hit with that home run as well as a walk and 2 strikeouts in his short stints in this game. This one left side in the air will land in front of Cade Wall, the shortstop. He'll quickly fire the first, and Mueller will pick it up off the 3rd bounce after the broken bat swing ends the inning with Rogers. Rhythm grab a couple more runs. They lead 8-1 as we head to the 9th. Hoppers have 1 more chance. When we return from the break, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Hoppers baseball on the Hoptown Hoppers TV network. We've made it to the final inning of action here in Hendersonville, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville, where the Hoppers, well, they trail by 7 after a great pitcher's duel to open up this game. It has been wide open offensively for the Rhythm as they've tacked on all late in the past 3 innings. Owen McMahon back out there. That's all lefty who went 3 up, 3 down with all 3 strikeouts last inning. It'll be 6, 7, 8 due up, beginning with Ryan McCartan. First pitch, he'll go after and he'll blow a fastball by him. First strike 1. And McMahon, even though just graduated high school, looks untouchable right now, so it'll be a really hard mountain to climb for the Hoppers to make a comeback here. McCartan leaves a fastball inside for strike 2 as he's behind quickly already. Through the windup quickly again, the lefty deals, and this one's popped up backwards out of play as McCartan stays alive. So far in this game, he's 1 for 3 with a single all the way back in the 4th inning. His last time up was in the 6th. He lined out to center. The 0-2 pitch tries a curveball. That misses a couple levels too much upstairs. In the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes to the catcher with Gabe Edison standing on deck. He'll come up as he stands over there legitimately. The 1-2 from the lefty again. He'll try a curveball, and McCartan waited on it, found it backwards, and he's still up there at the plate. And it was a strikeout swinging the Mueller, a strikeout swinging the Jacob, and a strikeout looking to Leonard. Sit down the Hoppers in order last inning. There's another pitch that runs inside, and Brown cannot collect, so it's ball 2. Count evens 2 apiece. Crowd's thinned out a little bit, but nothing too much as we fall to the night. 9:24 local time here in the 9th inning. The Hoppers are in danger of losing back-to-back games, which they haven't done really much at all this year. 2-2, and there's a Ball tipped backwards. The stay alive again. Hoppers 20-8 so far, sit in second place. One more loss and it'd be at 9, obviously, and one more loss away from double digits, which is pretty incredible. They're not at it all year long. 2-2 ripped out left field. This one going back. Good chase as it goes to the wall. Looking up, he sends a souvenir to the parking lot for a solo homer. Hoppers cut the deficit. It's 8-2, trying to get something started here. And just like we said with Joe King, with McNamara's velocity up there, the counter to that is that it can cut off the barrel in a hurry. Also might be something with Ryan McCartan hitting home runs when the Hoppers were down by, if you go back to their home game against the Henderson Flash, when they were down by 5 runs, and he hit a 2-run homer in that one as well. Pitch misses down and in to Gabe Eddington, who's up now with no one on, no outs, and now 1-0 count, trailing by 6. Next pitch to the right-handed hitter. He'll try a fastball outside corner. He's caught it. Count evens 1-1 quickly. Not much to talk about as McMahon is pitching in quick fashion as he already comes with the 1-1. Eddington tries to swing, cannot connect as he's now behind 1-2. There is a lefty warming up for the Rhythm. Again, they have a plethora of pitchers they can go to in a hurry if things go awry for him here. The 1-2 pitch from McNamara, and Eddington is going to swing and miss for a strikeout. There's one away in the inning, and there's already 4 strikeouts for the Sycamore High School graduate. Beatty will now come up. He's had an 0-for-2 effort. He reached last time on a hit by pitch. Did go 3 for 4 against this squad last time they played, though. Comes up again. As the pitch comes in, and he'll blow another fastball by him. At this point, I don't know why you're going to any other pitch. No one's caught up to the fastball. Eventually, that you would think they will, and they probably will. This is a very talented lineup, but Lord, nothing's changed yet. There's another fastball blow by him as Beatty's unable to catch up with the swing, and he's behind. No balls and 2 strikes. Beatty only 1 strikeout so far today. He, on the season, has a team high number of strikeouts. The pitch miss, count even. The count now 1-2, excuse me. Beatty's a team high 19 strikeouts. Now 20 after his one earlier today. The 1-2 pitch, and he tries a fastball outside corner. They will sit him down for strikeout number 5 from McMahon, and he is 1 out away from doing it all by himself here in the back half of this game. All 5 outs he's recorded have been via the K, and they bring up Cade Wall in the 9th spot. Leadoff homer for Ryan McCartan, but might not spark anything here. As Cade Wall will swing at the first one, broken bat liner over the shortstop. He's caught it, and that'll do it for game 29 for the Hoppers. They fall and lose 20 to, they now move to 20-9 as they lose 8-2. Got a really terrific start to this one. They were moving in really quick fashion. It was a great pitcher's duel between Joe King and Zane Brown, but things got away after Kaysen Hill had a 2-run homer, and the Rhythm never looked back. Losing pitcher will be the starter, Joe King. Zane Brown, the starter for the Rhythm, will be the winning pitcher on this one, where he gave up just 1 run on 8 hits, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. We look ahead to tomorrow. The Hoppers are back in action, back at Tiger Field. You can go out and check out that game. I believe the start time is 6:30, not moved back like it was last week because of the heat. So again, back at home taking on the Paducah Chiefs at 6:30 p.m. If you can't make it out to that, you can find us here on the YouTube page as well as 95.3 The Farm as well as 953thefarm.com. They'll be off on Sunday before playing at home once again on Monday against the Fulton Railroaders. And Hoppers lose game 9 of the season. They move to 20-9 and will remain in second place no matter what. As the Railroaders, the Rhythm moved to 16-13 after their 8-2 victory. On behalf of the entire Hoptown Hoppers organization, I'm Colin Carruthers, wishing you a great rest of your night. We'll see you again tomorrow right here on the Hoptown Hoppers TV Network.